That's done. Got my hair done for the first time in like ever. And then I'm going to pick up some books because I can. I love this area, but it's so funny. Not that this is unusual. Like, it always smells like pot around here, but now that it's legal, it's like even more so. So, this is the bookstore that I like to go to. Obviously, I'm in the sci-fi fantasy section because it's where I live. And they're just really cool. Like, this place is huge, and this isn't even the main one. This is like a smaller one in a different area of the city, but they just have rows and rows of books. They are new, they're used, and I am gonna look for Lord of the Rings. And I also am thinking about picking up another book in a series that I adore. It's my absolute favorite series, probably favorite author. It's Robin McKinley, or I'm sorry, not Robin McKinley. It's Mercedes Lackey, and it's the Voldemort series. I love it. But yeah, these are my favorite. It's only $8. See, this is why I love coming here. Look how big that is. It's in good condition, and it's only $8. I love this store. So I like to get specific editions of certain books. Some of them I don't care, but with this one I've been looking for this cover for The Two Towers and The Return of the King, and they have it, so I'm super excited. Okay, so I'm back home, and I ended up only getting what I had showed you in the store, which is I got the Valdemar Companion. This is the companion book for the Herald of Valdemar trilogy, or well, originally it was a trilogy. It was Arrows of the Queen, which I have on my shelf. In fact, that whole shelf right there, that I'm poking, is all Valdemar, except for the ones that are laying down. So all of these books are the Valdemar series. So I don't have all of them, but I have most of them. I think I only don't have about 4 or 5 of the books that she's written so far, and that's Mercedes Lackey. She is very prolific, and she has several series that she's writing. I've only ever read the Valdemar series from her. They are a compilation of trilogies, one-offs, short stories, and I just adore them. So I wanted to get the Valdemar Companion, for a really long time, but every time that I've seen it, it's been about, I would say probably about $18 or so, and I typically don't spend that much money on my books. Typically, I will spend no more than $10 on a book. So the fact that that was $8 was really exciting for me. And then I also got the Two Towers and The Return of the King in this edition, which leads me to my TBR for the year 2015, and that is the trilogy, which I already had the Fellowship of the Ring, so now I have the other two, and I have never read these. It's not that I haven't read Tolkien, because I read The Hobbit when I was about 9 or so, I think, 9 or 10. And then I've read Farmer Giles of Ham and the Woodsmith, whatever it is, those two short stories that are in the same kind of world as The Lord of the Rings. There are other mythologies in that world. But I have literally tried to read The Lord of the Rings 12 times. I've tried to read this book 12 times, and I literally get to the midway point. I get to the Council of Elrond every single time I try to read this book, and then I end up having to stop. When I was first trying to read this book, when I was in high school, I had to stop because I was getting nightmares from the ring wraiths. I was getting nightmares from them because they're so terrifying in the books. The movies do not do them justice at all. It made me so upset because they're not scary in the slightest in the movies. Like, not at all. When I was in high school, I would get nightmares and I couldn't finish it. And then when I was in college, inevitably I would start reading it, and then I would have a large paper due, or classes would start again, or whatever the case was. I just always timed it wrong. And since graduating from college, I tried to read it a couple times, and different things got in the way, whatever it is. But now that I'm done with my graduate degree, I have made it my goal that I will finish The Lord of the Rings before the end of 2015. I will do it. I have a week and a half off from work for winter holidays. So I am determined that I will read all three of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. I will read those by the end of this calendar year. I am really, really hoping that I can get to the Council of Elrond by this weekend so that I can start on a section that I haven't read, because I refuse to start there. Let me know what your TBR for the year of 2015 is. I want to know what books that you haven't finished yet, that you have to finish within the next month and a half. And hopefully we can encourage each other to finish those books and get our TBR for 2015 checked off. And I will see you guys next time.